Good morning, 604.
Good morning, Ms. Canella.
Good morning, Ms. Canella.
Awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. There are 13 of you here today. Hopefully more of your classmates will arrive. I appreciate you being on time. A few reminders I want to go over. One, tomorrow is Saturday school at 9 o'clock. I highly suggest you attend. I'll tell you why. Based on yesterday's interim assessment data, here's the results. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. 11 students earned 100, which was 16 out of 16. 33 students earned mastery between 11 points, 12 points, 13 points, 14 points, 15 points, okay? So that goes from a 68 up until like a 93, I think it was. And then there were about 5 students that got a basic score. So that would be between 9 and 10 points. And then approaching, which is in orange, those were 7 and 8 points. I think they were about 10 or 12. And then below, which is between 0 and 6 points, which means you clearly need some support. So if you got below, approaching, yellow, and even mastery, if you didn't get 100, I highly suggest you come to Saturday school tomorrow, because I am going to review certain data of that, and I'm going to review what we're doing today in class. That's that. Interim iReady assessment will be on Tuesday for ELA on the computer. So you will, same thing, you will go to your homeroom and you will take your ELA assessment in your homeroom at 8:45. And then on Thursday, you will have your math interim assessment. Although I do want to ask this class what happened yesterday, because not a lot of you submitted me notes on time. I'm still missing 3/4 of your notes from your interim assessment, and I'm confused why. When the directions blatantly stated you need to turn notes in on top of the form. So the fact that there are no notes there, expect to see a 70 in the grade book. Because you were expected and you were stated, and I know it was mentioned to you, to turn notes in. Okay, if you resend that email, because I did not receive that. I'm still very confused why we didn't turn notes in, because this class is very good about turning notes in, and I don't know why they were not turned in yesterday. I'm kind of disappointed actually with 604, because you guys usually do better with your turning of your notes. The results weren't so bad from this class. They probably were one of the better ones. Today we're going to be learning about inequalities. Okay, so Kalani, can you type in the chat for me the following names? Learning target. Okay, well, you need to turn them in. There's many ways to turn notes into me. A lot of your parents have my number. You could always text it, or you can email it, or you could do a Google message. Anyways, the learning target, Kalani, is going to be read by Adam. Investigation problem 1. We have a few components. Investigation part A, Leanna. Part B, Brandon. Part C, Boris. Part D, Rameses. Part E, Maria. Part F, Yurlin. Model problem 2 and 3 are going to be done by Mr. R and I. Model problem 1 and 2 are going to be done by myself and Mr. R. Problem 3 is kind of be like open for the floor. I'm going to call on Leanna and Kalani and Abigail. And then, huh?
Part D.
Part D, I forgot who I said. So I'm going to, I think I said Adam. No, I said, I think Maria. I'm not really sure. Rameses was one. Put Rameses next. And then I'm going to say F is going to be David. The model problem 1 and 2 are Mr. R and I. And then guided problem 3, I said Leanna, Abigail, and Kalani. And then we'll just take it from there for the next. Are we good now, Kalani? Kalani Roman? Are we good, or we need more time? All right. In the meantime, a lot of you came in early, so you should have had your learning target copied down. And you're going to be given 5 minutes to write down this this chat. Not this chat. You're going to have 5 minutes to write, oh, I didn't close this out. Hold on. Hopefully Mr. R was able to close it out. Let me see. Nope. Okay, I'm going to close out your independent. You only have an independent practice today and submission of notes, and iReady is due today at 3:30. So make sure, yesterday we gave our homeroom a lot of time to do iReady when they finished their assessment. That's what we did. We checked each student's work, make sure it was submitted. Then they had about an hour and a half to do iReady. So learning target is in the chat. It's also here. Also, Mr. R is going to be posting the chart. I'm giving you 5 minutes to copy down this chart now. You must write down the chart. What?
You want me to post it now?
Yes, please. You want to just post it in all the classes, Mr. R?
I figured you would say that, but yeah, sure.
It's a lot easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so guys, you definitely have 5 minutes, but I'm going to tell you something right now. Without that chart, you will not get any questions correct. So I would advise you to keep consistent and write everything down, please. Again, I'm going to say it one more time. Write everything down.
Yeah. So the learning target for Friday, January 29th of 2021. Can the learning target student read it, please? Kalani, who's the learning target?
Adam.
Adam, can you read just the learning target?
Adam, we don't
All
hear
right,
you.
it's internet. Let's call somebody else. Let's call Emma. Wait, Emma. Wait. Emma, try. Emma? Emma?
Internet, Miss Canella, internet.
Okay, how about maybe Kevin? Kevin, can you read this learning target? I can write, graph.
I can write, graph, and solve
Inequalities.
inequalities by using symbols to represent the situation, describe and substitute value to determine if the
Inequality.
inequality is true. I can concentrate,
I
write,
can construct.
write, and solve inequality to represent a problem.
Okay, so it says their learning target today. I can write, graph, and solve inequalities by using symbols to represent the situation, describe and substitute values to determine if an inequality is true. We're going to teach you how to shade, what the signs mean, and what that looks like, and how to take your work to check to make sure your inequality has the correct solution. We're also going to construct and write and solve inequalities to represent a problem. So an inequality is two equal values that are compared by using the less than, which is the L symbol, and the greater than. The solution to an inequality contains a variable and any value variable that makes the inequality true. So X is greater than -2. So if I substitute 7 in there, 7 is greater than -2, therefore that's a true statement. What I need you guys to focus on is what Mr. R just said. There are two kinds of circles when we deal with inequalities. The
So
first circle.
just a heads up, guys, you have less than 2 minutes and a half to finish writing that chart down.
Okay. The open circle is going to be the greater than or less than symbol. And that means that the answer is not part of the solution. When you have a closed circle, think closed, you have the line underneath, right? The line underneath signifies it's part of the answer. So you'll see when we put it on a number line, when you see the line underneath, it means it's a closed circle, it's part of the answer. So we have the greater than symbol, and we have the less than symbol. So let's look at number 1 and 2. Number 1 and number 2 have open circles. So when you look at the first one, it says less than means fewer than or below, and it's an open circle. An inequality is some variable with a symbol to represent a number. The less than symbol, which is number 2, means more than or above, and it's an open circle. And then number 3 and 4, when there's a line, they're both closed. So the first on number 3 is a less than symbol or equal to. It also you might see at most no more than, no greater than, no greater than the maximum. And for the greater than or equal to, at least, no less than minimum. So we're going to let you write that down when time is up. It's in the Google Classroom if you need it. You will need this chart to get credit today on your class notes, and you will need it for today's work, as Mr. R mentioned. If you do not have it in your notes, you automatically lose 15 points. This is very important. This is the key of the lesson.
Adam can't. Can't what?
I don't care if you use Google Docs. Somehow write it down.
Yeah.
And I explained to them about how they did not turn their notes in for the math interim assessment, and the grade is what it is for notes.
I mean, it's a part of your quarter two grade, so you're the one that distinguishes whether you go on that list of promotion in doubt or not.
Okay, Mr. R, how much more time?
A minute. It's like legit seconds, so you're fine. Which is more than enough time to like get this done.
I'm going to send you the attendance right now, Mr. R, okay?
Ms. Canala, I'm gonna forward something to you that you need to do after this class or maybe during your lunchtime for Cami.
Uh-oh.
You just gotta follow the directions. I hope you can. Did you hear me?
Yes, I heard you, sir. Sure. All right, I think our time is now up.
You want to what? Sue, why?
No, I want to use this class.
Oh. I was so lost. I'm like, wait.
Okay. All right, Mr. R posted this in Google Classroom for you.
Good. Sorry, guys. I had a...
All right, Leanna Sanchez, can you read investigation problem number 1? I think you have to read it and answer A. You can put your name where it says Azeli. It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
All right. It says, prior knowledge, Target is giving a gift card to every person who donates more than $5 to charity. Let X equal the amount that a person donates. Use words and symbols to solve all the following problems about the situation. Sorry. So I do only part A?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. It says, Alicia
Azelia.
Azelia, sorry,
It's okay.
donates $5.50. Will she get a gift card? Explain how you know. Yes, she will get a gift card
Why?
because she donated more than $5,
How much more does she donate?
50 cents more.
It's not letting me. Hold on. She will, because why? She donated
She
what is it?
donated more than $5.
Okay, because she donated. How much more cents?
50 cents.
Good. Next, who's got B? Kalani?
Who has B, guys? Let's go.
Kalani, refresh your memory.
Brandon.
Brandon, please read B and answer it just like Leanna did.
Daniel donates $5. Will he get a gift card? Explain how you know. So, Daniel won't get a gift card
Why?
Why not?
because he didn't donate more than $5.
Damn.
Yes.
Perfect. Letter C. Who's C?
Letter C. Boris. Isabella?
Isabella donated $1.25. Will she get a gift card? Explain how you know. She will not get a gift card because she did not donate more than $5.
Excellent.
Money. All right. Next one. Letter G. Name
Maria.
2 other amounts people could contribute and get a gift card.
Easy. So think about it. You have to have $5 or more. So what's one possible amount? Adam.
Write it down in the chat, Adam, or we can't hear you. Ian.
Supposed to be Maria.
Oh, Maria. You need more than $5. Give us an amount that's more than $5. $5 and what? How much cents?
$5 and
What's your favorite number?
So Maria, anything higher than $5 will actually get you a gift card, right?
$5.
The question says that if you donate more than $5, you get a gift card, or equal to $5, you will get a gift card.
Okay. So $5, 1 cent. We have another example. $6 maybe? $5.20, and so on. All right, letter E, Kalani, who's got this? To get a gift card, are the amounts greater than or less than $5? Who's got letter E? Premises. You have to donate more than $5. So is it greater than or less than 5? Is $5 greater than or less than 5? Natalie, pick up. To get a gift card, are the amounts
Oh,
greater
he's unmuted. He's unmuted. He's ready.
Okay.
Bigger than. How do we say that, sir? Greater than or less than?
Greater than.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we good. Yeah, we can hear you. Perfect.
greater
Thank
than,
you, sir.
perfect. All right, use the symbol greater than or less than to show X is greater than 5. So you have to know the difference between the signs.
That's why we told you to use the chart, right, guys? So what is the sign?
Greater
Is
than,
it with the right hand or the left hand? Think about this.
which is the L, which is the greater than symbol, the L or not the L? Who's got letter F, Kalani?
David.
David, is this greater than or less than symbol, David? Can't hear you.
I think I understood 2 words out of the whole thing.
Yeah, you can understand. Greater than. Okay, letter G. Yerlin.
Guys, if you know you're having internet issues today, just write it in the chat and let us know. Thank you.
Oh, he wrote greater than. Perfect. Okay, Yerlin. Explain how you know when a person should receive a gift card. According to what Leanna read, how much money do they need to have? Huh?
She said $5.
Yep, when you donate more than $5. When you donate more than $5, when you donate more than $5, you will earn a gift card.
This whole time you can't see me, Miss Canella?
No.
No idea what's happening to this camera. Hold on.
All right. When you donate more than $5, you earn a gift card. If you hold on. If you donate less than $5, you will not. Yes, you're good now. You will not get a gift card. You have another 10 seconds to write this down. Very, very simple. You don't have to write question by question. The reason why we had you do this is because in a second, you're going to see when I model the first one and Mr. R does the second one, you're going to see why we asked for you to understand more than, less than, greater than, equal to.
Those key words help you identify what you're going to be writing down. That's the key example here, guys.
So
without that, you will be stuck, right? So, and this is a perfect example.
I'm going to do this one.
You're going to do this one?
Yeah, you'll do the next one. You'll do number 3. All right, so I'm going to randomly call, this was kind of me, but I'm going to call some people to help out. Liana Sanchez, can you read this problem, please?
All right, it says model problem to mom.
Whoa.
Sorry, I'm talking to my mom.
It's okay.
She listen to me sometimes.
Come on. What is it like?
Problem. Graph this inequality on the number line below and answer the question. Sorry. Number 1. What symbol is in the equality?
Yes. What symbol is in the inequality? How do I read that?
X is greater than 3. X, yeah.
Yep. Greater than, you just said number 2. You just said how to read it. Okay, now the key is this open or closed? Remember what I told you. Line means what?
That means it's a closed circle, and then if it's without a line, that is an open circle.
Awesome. So we're gonna put open. Now, watch this, Leanna. Check this out. You ready? I'm gonna go graph this, right? I'm gonna go on 3 and I'm gonna put an open circle, right? Where are the numbers greater than 3? And I'm gonna label this left for a reason. At the last class, they couldn't tell us right from left. Where are the numbers greater than 3? To the right of the circle or to the left of the circle?
It's to the right,
Why?
because on the right side the numbers are positive, and if anything that is above 3, it's greater than 3,
Do you
and
see that?
anything below 3 is less.
So we're gonna graph it and we're gonna make an arrow, right? All of these numbers are greater than 3. 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, all the way, keep going on and on and on. So Leanna says we shade to the right. Now, what are 2 solutions of the inequality? What are 2 numbers that make this true? Give me 2 numbers that satisfy this equation. Inequality.
What
What are 2 numbers greater than 3?
Oh wait, 4 and 5.
Okay, now let's test that out.
Sit down, Bella.
So let's test this out, Leanna. I want to take 4. Is 4 greater than 5? Oops.
No.
4 isn't greater than 5?
Oh wait, sorry, it is.
Okay, we're testing our solution, which is the inequality solution. Is 5 greater than 3?
No, it's not.
5 isn't greater than 3?
5. Is 5 greater than 3?
Oh wait, sorry. Yes, I'm so confused right now because like the one that you have 4 greater than 5. That's a little confusing because to me it doesn't really make sense. Like 5 is like 1 point greater than 4
So,
in my
Leanna,
mind right now.
So
did you write down the chart, Leanna?
I didn't have time, but I have pictures on my phone.
All right, so if you look at that chart, the symbol in the middle means greater than, right?
Yes.
So how do we write that?
Just put. It's hard to explain.
Right, so that's the point. So during an inequality, that symbol will help you identify which way you're going. I guess she's confused with 4 greater than 5. That's
well, because all you're doing is where the circle is open, any number to the right of that is greater than 3. So 4, so all the numbers in between 3, 3.1, 3.2, 3.01, 3.02, all of these numbers are bigger than 3, right? Greater than?
Yes.
And 4 is greater than 3, right? Wouldn't you rather have $4 than have $3?
Yes.
Wouldn't you rather have $5 than have $3?
Yes.
Does that make sense now?
Yes.
If we shaded this way, if I shaded here where this rectangle is, would that be less than or equal to? Where that purple line is, what about 3? Is 3 greater than or less than? Are the numbers greater than 3 where the purple line is? Or are they less than 3?
Less than.
Right. You'd rather have $3. If you have $2, you have $1 less. If you have $1, you have less than, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The best way to tackle this is to understand that symbol is going to be identifying which way you go, either left or right, to the number. So in this case, you have x is greater than 3, meaning any individual number that represents x will be greater than 3. Right?
So now on this one, Mr. R, problem 3, would you like to model this?
So this is what, guys? What symbol's in the middle? All right, let's go. Yeah, what symbol's in the middle?
Yeah.
Somebody help me out. I want somebody I haven't heard from. Let's go with, if you wrote down let's go with, I don't know, Ms. Canelo, who you want? Abigail, are you there, Abigail?
Yeah, she's going to have to leave in 10 minutes to meet with Mr. Blau.
Okay, so Abigail, real quick. What symbol is in the middle right there? Oh, Ms. Canelo already wrote it for you. Less than or what?
Less than.
Or equal to, right? The reason that we identify the equal to, which is the sign right underneath it, guys, it helps us identify what what type of circle it is, whether it's closed or what, open. In this case, as soon as you see that line underneath that symbol. It's considered a closed circle, okay? So in this case, we're gonna go to number 7 and we're gonna shade it in. It has to be shaded in all the way, right? Once we shade this 7 in, that's gonna be our closed circle. Now it says is less than or equal to 7.
Wait, I gotta catch up.
Okay, so X is less than or equal to 7. That being said, guys, now that we identify what type of circle it is, we already said it's closed. We have to identify which way we go up. Now, what's less than 7? Give me any number that's less than 7.
2.
Good.
Okay.
So which way are we going? Either left or right?
Left.
Left.
Yes.
Good. Perfect. So now it says name 2 solutions for this inequality. You gave me 2. Give me another number.
4.
4. Perfect. Realize that the 2 numbers that you gave me both work, right? Because they're both what?
They're both less than 7.
Yes.
There we go. Now that you have that, a good way to check your work is very, very simple. Everybody look at number 7. I said X is less than or equal to 7. If you take number 10, and you substitute those numbers in there, does that make a true statement? Yes or no? Let's
Is
think
10
about it.
less than or equal to 7, guys?
Is 10 less than or equal to 7? Yes or no?
No.
No,
Good.
it's not. So that does not work. Good. Use those 2 numbers. Is 2 less than or equal to 7?
Yes.
Yeah.
Give me another number.
5.
Okay.
Perfect.
So let's put
Perfect.
that in red.
Any numbers that is less than 7 or equal to 7 will identify the inequality.
Does everyone see that, what he just did? Because that is called the solution to an inequality. This is how you're checking your work that Mr. R just showed you. This is actually a 7th grade skill that we just showed you.
And the reason I'm showing you guys is that on the state exam, if they were to give it to you, you probably see 2 questions just similar to this one.
Something like this. So you're going to see when we do more work, they're going to say, which of the following represents X is greater than or equal to whatever, right? All right, I'm going to do some of the guided with them, Mr. R.
It looks hard, Kevin. It's not. As long as you wrote down the less than or equal to symbol, trust me, you will understand this.
You just have to have the chart, bud.
Yeah, if you have that chart, use that chart. That chart is God right now, right? It's going to tell you everything.
Now, applying what Mr. R just said, Kevin, we're going to pull up the Google Classroom chart. I have mine up. I hope you have yours up. When we see the word at most, we have to know what symbol is that. Look on your chart. It says word phrases, at most. What symbol is that? Less than or equal to. You got to look on the chart. I'm not making these up, nor is Mr. R. It's right in the chart. Right, Mr. R? So now X is less than or equal to 30. X is less than or equal to 30. Does that make sense, what we just did? I'm using the chart that Mr. R told you to write down. Now, the sum. What does sum mean? What operation is that? Sum. First person to come off mute. What is sum? 3 kick word points. What operation? Good. Addition. Sum is the addition. Answer to addition. So what is the sum of 5x plus 2x? What does that equal? 5x plus 2x. We just had a test on it. We want to know what is 5x plus,
7x.
Thank you, Abigail. 7x is at least. You're going to go to your chart. At least is what symbol, Abigail? At least now. We got to figure out the symbol. Greater than or equal to, right?
Yeah.
Or equal to. What's the number missing?
14.
Okay, now Mr. R is going to take it away to show you how to check that.
How do we check this, guys? I just showed you last time, right? It says 7x is what? To 14. Greater than, right? So let me ask you this. Can x be number 1? Well, let's do the math. What's 7 times 1?
7.
So is 7 greater than or equal to 1? I mean, to 14?
Is
No,
it?
right? No, it's not. It doesn't work. Can x be 2?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because X, you can't leave it alone, so you have to put a 1 with it, and that's 1X. And 1X is less than 2.
No. I'm asking you, can the letter X be represented as 2? So if we do the math, right, this reads 7X is greater than or equal to 14. Is that true? You said yes, and it is. I just want to know why. When we do the math, what's 7 times 2?
14.
Is 14 greater than or equal to 14?
Yes.
That's why it is, right? Because it's a true statement. Once you make that statement true, you know that you have the correct answer.
Does that make sense? Now, Leanna Sanchez, product. What operation is product, young lady?
Product is multiplication.
Okay, multiply. So now that you know that, right, multiplication, I put multiply. How do I write the product of X and Y? How do I show that? How do I show that X and Y are multiplied? Remember, no X's. How do we write it? Remember, we just had a whole test on it.
We could put it, wait, say that again, please.
How do we write X? How do we write the product of X and Y?
We have to put it into a number.
So X and Y. Remember, number together means multiply.
Mm-hmm.
So X is less than or equal to. What symbol is less than or equal to? Line or no line?
Line.
Good. And the less than is the L symbol. Is less than or equal to 4. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now you're going to check it. Again, Mr. R is going to do that with you because he showed you how to check your work. So pay attention to what he says.
So again, if we put in the requirements, right, we have X and Y is less than or equal to 4. Now substitute those numbers, right? What numbers can go into X and what numbers can go into Y?
2.
Okay, 2 and what?
2 for what variable?
2 for X.
Okay, and what for Y?
And what's it called? 1? Wait, no. Yeah.
Okay, let's see if that works. What is 2 times 1?
2 times 1 equals 2.
Is 2 less than or equal to 4?
2 is less than.
So does it work?
No.
Think about it. Is 2?
Oh wait, yeah, sorry, yes.
It's tricky, I know, because the wording. So is 2 less than or equal to 4? You said yes, right? What happens if I was to change the Y variable to, say, 2? Would that work?
Yes, it would.
2 and Y is 2? I think that's what he's saying, right, Mr. R?
Because if you do 2 times, if it's 2 times 2, and then the sign, it has an equal sign too, and if you put 4, it's equal to 4 as well. So yes, it will work.
Perfect.
She didn't get tricked? Yeah.
Perfect. Now, real quick, trick question, Leanna. You ready for this one? Is that a closed circle or open?
That is a closed circle.
And how do we know that?
We know that because it has a line under the
Yes,
sign.
you got it. That's it.
You know
That's
what,
it.
Mr. R, let's go back and identify here. Number 1. Is that open or closed? I like that.
Closed.
How about
You know that?
number 2?
Closed.
Number 3?
Closed.
Let's do 4. Right? Yeah.
Miss Miss Canella,
Yeah.
Leanna, Abigail, and Caleb have to go.
Okay. Then they have to go. They have to go see Mr. Blau. Go ahead. Go. 5 is less than. 5 less than a number Y is under. Another word for under is below. Right? When you're under, you're below. So if under is below, what symbol represents? Leanne, I think you have to go too. You got selected to go to something.
All right.
So go see Mr. Blau. You're not in trouble.
Brandon, good. You said less than, right?
Yes,
So
Brandon.
let's go, Brandon. So 5 less than a number is under 20. How would you write that, though? Think about it.
Less than. We have 2 options. We can write n minus 5, or we can write 5 minus n, which makes sense. 5 less than a number?
5n.
Huh?
What? Say that again. I heard 5n.
5n.
5n means multiply.
We said less than. What is that? How do we write it?
What operation is less than?
Subtraction.
So if it has to have subtraction, so how do you write it? You have two options on this board in green. Is it n minus 5, which is a number is less than 5, or is it 5 minus n, which means 5 fewer than a number? We want 5 less than a number. Which one do you think it is?
I'd say 5 fewer than a number.
But that's not what the question says. The question says 5 less than a number. Look, I'm going to put a box around it. 5 less than a number. 5 less than a number. Which one is it?
N minus 5.
Okay, but we're not done yet. N minus 5. N minus 5 is less than 20. I know that here it says y. It doesn't really matter what the variable is. N, y, w, right, Mr. R? It doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't.
Okay? Are we clear? Now, what kind of circle is this? Open or closed? Piggyback on what Mr. R just did with you. When there's no
An
line,
open circle.
an who? An open what?
Circle.
Good. Does everyone see that?
Realize that he identified the open circle because the symbol in between the two numbers doesn't have a line underneath it.
Right.
Others, guys.
Okay?
That's the easiest part out of here. Identifying what type of circle it is. It's like, oh, does it have a line? If it has a line, closed circle.
Yep.
You fill in the entire circle.
So now we're going to get a little bit more complicated.
Right.
We're going to
I'm
level.
gonna start grading what I told you I was. No.
Okay. Sure. We're going to level up a bit.
I'm here though. I'm listening to everything.
Okay. So we're going to go like this. We're going to level up a bit. Guided problem number 5. This is a free-for-all, so anyone can come off mute and anyone can try this problem. This is number 5. Graphing a less than inequality. That's what the symbol says. Adam, are you able, is your internet okay? Natalie, let's hear from you, Natalie. Natalie, what symbol is in this inequality? You've been quiet. What symbol is that? Come off mute. Is that a less than or greater than symbol, Natalie? Oh, internet. Okay, type in the chat if you're having internet issue, dear. And Kevin, you can go to the restroom after we finish. David, is this less than? All right. David, is this less than or equal to symbol? What is this? Greater than, less than, greater than, equal to, less than, equal to? What symbol is that? David, in this square, in this blue square, what symbol is that? Okay, type in the chat because I think you're having an internet issue. We're going to give you credit. Ian, what symbol is this, Ian? Thank you, David. Less than. Okay, David, we're just going to kind of, you type in the chat your responses, sir, because of your internet. Less than. How do you read this inequality, David? How do you read this? X is what? Type in the chat. X is what? We can't, X is not greater than. That is not what that symbol is. That symbol is less than. David just said it. X is less than, what number is that? Who wrote it?
-3.
Yes, is less than -3. Thank you, Brandon, stay off mute. X is less than, we're going to write it out. Negative, I want you to write out -3. That's what I want right now. Now, on -3, is it an open or closed circle? Remember, when there's a line, it's closed. David's like, whoa. David, open or closed circle?
David's lagging, remember? So he's not.
I know, he's typing in the chat.
An open circle.
An open circle. Why? Why?
When there's no line under the symbol, that means it's an open circle.
Great.
When
So now, so now that means, how do you shade it? Where are the numbers less than -3? To the left of the circle. or to the right of the circle?
To the left.
And how do you know that? You're correct, Brandon.
Because -3 is to the left.
So look, less than. Does everyone now see that? All of those numbers are less than. Do we see that? So what numbers are less than -3? Let's look at it. -4 and what else?
-5.
And like -4.1, -4.2, right? So now give me two answers that make this true. Which are two numbers that are less than -3? You just said,
-4 and -5.
and we already tested that out because we looked at the number line. We already know that. Does anyone have any questions on what Brandon just did here? And David? Now's your time. Remember, David, Brandon, explain to us again when we have an open or closed circle. Can you tell the class?
When it's an open circle, there's no line above the symbol. And when there is a line above the symbol, it's a closed circle.
Thank you. Can you type that in the chat too, Brandon? That was beautiful. Brandon? Okay. Okay, we got one more like this, and then you'll have plenty of time. Write an inequality. Who would like to tackle problem 6? I know a lot of you guys are having internet issues today. Write an inequality for the situation below. So you're going to pull out the chart that's in Google Classroom. No more than. Juliana, no more than. Let's hear from you. What symbol is this, Juliana? No more than. What symbol are we writing on our paper? Who can read that symbol? Juliana? Internet issue? Thank you, Brandon. Less than, thank you, Yerlin. Yes, less than or equal to X or whatever variable. Thank you, Yerlin, is less than or equal to 35. Next question. You guys are typing your answers in the chat. The temperature is greater than 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Write that inequality. Write this inequality in the chat. Greater than 32. Type it in the chat. So for example, you're going to type your answer in the chat. This is how you're getting credit. Type the inequality with the symbol for number 6 in the chat. For example, I'm not going to give you the answer. If you think this is wrong, this is how you would write it. That's wrong. That is not what the inequality says, but that's what I want you to write. How do you write this inequality in the chat? Everyone must type it in the chat to get credit. I got one response. We got one response from Brandon. One person got it. Well, got what they think. 2 people got it, an answer. 3 people got an answer. Let's keep going. 3's not good enough. We need about 10, 15. Okay, that's how you write it in words. I want the symbol. I want the inequality, David. That's words. That's correct. But give me the symbol. I don't know why there's a slash there. David, turn greater than into a symbol. X is what to 32? Give me the symbol. Thank you. Thank you. All right, consensus rules. Consensus said X greater than 32. So in between here, I'm going to put the greater than symbol. No more than 150 people. Type in the chat the inequality to letter C. How do I write this inequality? No more than 150 people. I'm going to say P is what to 150? Want to know what am I going to write in here? What's the symbol? Read it again, Brandon. You're missing something. You're close. Read it again. Oh, I don't think you can put the line underneath, right? X is less, no more than, or no less than 150, right? Are we clear? Does anyone have any questions on that? You have to use the chart, as Mr. R has been stressing. You have to use the chart. If you do not use the chart, guys, you will not get these problems right. So let's move on to the independent work. So we just did some independent practice now. You just practiced like 4 problems. Let's show you what you have to do now on your own. Independent practice and notes must be submitted by the end of this class in the next 14 minutes. 14 minutes, very easy. Today's a very easy one. Okay, here we go. You're going to type your class by opening up responses. I highly suggest you do it now. It should take you 2 minutes. It's not hard. Class 604, right? Which inequality shows numbers greater than 80? So in the chat, if you think it's 1, type 1. If you think it's 2, type 2. Greater than. For number 2, you're typing either the number 1 or the number 2 in the chat. Greater than, reread it. Yes, Emma, you're correct. Emma, what's the answer, Emma?
It's n, then the symbol is pointing to the n. It's 1 because the symbol is pointing to the n, and it's not 80 because it says which show the equality for the number greater than 80.
If they pick this one, this would be less than, right? Right? Okay, let's look at number 3 now. Okay, here we go. Let me erase this. Let's look at number 3, guys. Which inequality represents any number greater than or equal to 1? So what I suggest you do is write this inequality out. Greater than or equal to. So we know that this is the greater than or equal to. We know we have -1 and x. Now I have to ask myself, Brandon, is this an open or closed circle because of the line?
Closed circle.
Okay, so since we know that it's a closed circle, Brandon, which answers can we cross off?
A and C.
Can you explain why we're crossing off A and C to your class, please?
Because it's an open circle.
Okay, do you guys hear what Brandon said? Does anyone have any questions for Brandon? So far, we're good, right? A and C. So now, Brandon, let's look at this very, very carefully. We want to know where the number is greater than -1. Is it B, which is where they're shaded to the left? Or is it D, where the numbers are shaded to the right? Where are they greater than or equal to -1?
D.
Why?
Because it says greater than, and when it's greater than, it's shaded to the right.
You hear him? He got it. He nailed the lesson. Greater than, right? When they're greater than or equal to, I would write this down. Use shade to the right. Does everyone see you're just reading the number line? The shading represents how you read it, yeah? Questions? Okay, let's move on. Number 3 was D. Number 4, not the less than symbol in the chat. We're not going to go over this. This is pretty straightforward. Less than, if you think it's 1, type 1. If you think it's 2, type 2. We want less than for number 4. Good, Kevin. Yes, Boris. Clearly, it's number 2 for number 4. Let's look at the next one. That's strictly recall. We've been seeing these signs now since I don't know what grade, maybe 1st grade, 2nd grade. Number 5, we want greater than. Oops, number 5 is greater than. Same procedure. Greater than. If you think it's 1, type 1. If you think it's 2, type 2. Greater than. Now you guys get the drift. Perfect. The answer is 1. Let's move on to the next one. Number 6. Which of the following is the correct definition of an inequality? Going back to the class notes. If you think it's 1, type 1. Right in Google Classroom, it's typed out for you. Inequality, 2 equal values that are compared by the less than or greater than. Or is it containing variables that have inequalities that are true? Type 1 for we want inequality. What does an inequality contain? What does it have? What kind of symbols? Yes, 1 is the correct answer. Last problem. 1 is the correct answer for number 6. Number 7, how many points? And number 8, what does an open circle mean? Open circle. If you think it's 1, which means it does not include the answer. So if I have x is greater than 5, this is how I like to do them, right? I know that that's going to be an open circle because 5 is not in the answer. But if I have n is less than or equal to 3, I'm going to have a closed circle because 3 is part of the answer. So open circles are what? 1 or 2? I need some responses in this lovely chat.
I'm looking at the chat right now. Got some ones, a lot of ones.
So 1 it is. Please complete that. Turn your notes in and make sure your iReady is completed by 3:30, followed by Saturday school tomorrow. And I already went over your iReady results with you in the beginning.